Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's things where you are? How's life in your world? Let me know. I just had a pretty major crisis. Not crisis. That's wrong. I screwed up. And I thought this would be a perfect time to talk about it. Because it was a completely avoidable screw up, obviously. Or it wouldn't be a screw up. It'd be an accident. Instead, it's on me. And this comes down to, I think, unearned confidence. Or undeserved confidence, maybe. And it relates to the fact that very, very rarely in my life do I ever do things twice. That's a lie, obviously, but in regards to making things. If I make a dining room table, I'll probably never make another one. If I make, I made chairs for my sister, I'll probably never make those chairs again. Very rarely do I ever repeat. And for me, the reason is because the second time always sucks. The first time I do great, and the second time is I fail. And that happened tonight. And it happened working on this desk. So, and the worst part about it is, I built the first cabinet, still sitting over here on the floor, perfectly, flawlessly. No issues whatsoever. Not one errant screw or misplaced hole. It went together perfect. Cutting the parts was perfect. Everything was perfect. And I didn't film it. I decided that for once I would make one as kind of the prototype so that I could figure out the necessary steps before filming, and then I could film the second one and then talk about it as I show the footage. And I guess for me, the problem with that is, again, that like undeserved confidence. I built it and it was flawless, and I was like, I can do that again. And so I just come down here and I start working, and turns out, no, I can't. I screw it up completely because I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe part of it was because the camera was rolling and I'm moving it around, trying to get good shots, trying to get better lighting, that sort of thing. So it might have thrown me off. I don't know. I could make up 1,000 excuses, but the fact of the matter is, the reason I never make anything twice is because the second one is always terrible. And so this is the the top, bottom, and back of my second desk case. Now, thankfully, I didn't screw the sides up. The sides are here, and they're fine. They'll work just fine. And they're the biggest pieces that take up the most plywood, and I'll have to sacrifice less to fix this problem. But what I did, I mean, I think you can see it right now on camera. The side piece goes here. Say this is my side piece, it goes like this. Okay? I've got pocket holes like this that'll screw into the side piece. And I have biscuits. The side pieces have biscuits. They'll be sticking out like this. And those biscuits should slot into biscuits like this. And what I did was cut all of the biscuits on this face. This is completely useless. This does absolutely nothing. It just dangles. And that sucks. Now, of course I was filming this one. I didn't film the first one that went perfectly. I am probably just going to continue on with this. And I think I'll just go ahead and recut these and just leave these holes. Nobody will ever see them. They're on the inside of the case. The biscuits aren't doing anything structurally. They're just keeping everything aligned while the screws screw together and the glue sets. So the biscuits are just there to keep, when I'm gluing these together, it keeps this from wobbling in or out while I'm gluing, and it keeps it perfectly in line with the side case. So I think I'm just going to recut these the correct way, stick biscuits in there, and forget that it's screwed up. But that also means that on the project video, it's going to look like garbage because it's going to have all these unnecessary holes in it. But it is what it is. I screwed up. I wish I hadn't. I wish I had done better, but I didn't, and that's okay. I think maybe I can pull off some camera tricks to make it look better. But I'm not positive yet. And I don't know, maybe I should recut these pieces completely because this might break out or something. Again, I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's just a desk. Nobody's ever going to see these bad holes. But, you know, what it comes down to is I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought, I got this. And I was wrong. That happens a lot in my life. That's why I don't do things a second time. How about you? Do you have similar stories of screwing up the second one? I can trace this back to my youth. You know, make a drawing and then try to repeat it, and the second one's never good. Maybe it's ego. I don't know. But I'd love to know how to stop doing this because it should be pretty straightforward. I should be able to just duplicate what I did without getting ahead of myself, but I got ahead of myself and I just did it. And I knew as I was cutting these biscuits, like this is weird because I can't see my line, I'm just cutting. If I'd have thought about it for a half a second longer, I would have known what was wrong, but I didn't. Oh well, it's got to get fixed, so that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend, is putting this cabinet together correctly and hopefully getting a top started and putting a face frame on these and figuring out the dimensions for the drawers so I can start on those. But if I could get the two cases built, if I could get the top built, if I could get everything painted and varnished, then the desk is a functional piece until the drawers go in, and then it's just a matter of putting drawers in. So we'll see. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being wonderful people and amazing friends. I appreciate you. And I will see you on Monday.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from horseradish.org. How did the horseradish get its name? In German, it's called Meerrettich, sea radish, because it grows by the sea. Many believe the English mispronounced the German word Meer and began calling it Meerradish. Eventually it became known as horseradish. The word horse, as applied to horseradish, is believed to denote large size and coarseness.